Oh my gosh, this shit is gonna fucking blow me. So I'm starting off by filing the nail. As you guys could see, it was a little hard getting the tip to stick on. So what I did off camera was kind of file the tip that I was going to apply to these tips, so it made it better to adhere. I've had this iguana hand for probably 2 months or so since my last video that you guys seen. So this was my first time using it. These are these extra long tips. I got these from some little nail subscription that I used to subscribe to, but you can find these anywhere on Amazon if you just, put that in the description. I am still getting used to trying to edit these videos, so right now I'm just going to play some music for you guys, and when the next step comes up, I'll kind of describe what I'm doing. So right here is where I'm filing the tip down to get flush with the natural nail. And obviously, since this is a mannequin hand, I'm using that kind of drill bit just to make it quicker. But if you're obviously on a real person, you want to use the sand band to do this, so you make sure you're not damaging their natural nail. So the acrylic brush that I'm using right now is my absolute favorite. It's from Kira Sky, and I believe this is the size 14. And I have used all kinds of brushes, but I love this brush. I will not buy another brush unless it is from Kira Sky. These are the best brushes, and they're not that expensive either. I think right now they're having a 4th of July sale, 20% off or something. And if not, you can always put in your email if you're a first-time customer and get their discount. I think it's 20% off. Right here, I'm using a color from Young Nails. I don't know the name of the color, but the color I'm going to be ombreing it with is a color from Not Polished, and it's called Pool Party. And these acrylics are so easy to blend and ombre. If you ever have a problem ombreing them, then I would suggest getting this brand. And what you want to do to be able to ombre it and not have that, line of demarcation to where the colors meet, you just want to put a thicker bead right where the other color starts. So right where the pink was, I put kind of a thicker ball of the blue, and then go on and make it thinner. And also, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter. You do want to get it pretty smooth and everything, but as far as it being thick, you don't really want to get it too thick, because as you guys will see in the next clip, I do go over all of the acrylic with just a clear coat of not a clear coat, a clear bead of acrylic. And the clear that I'm using is from Young Nails as well. And I also really like their acrylics. this ring finger, I'm using a acrylic from a brand called Igel Beauty. And their acrylics are just as good, and they're really, really cheap. Usually you can catch them having a 60% off sale, and you can save so much money. I ordered a whole bunch of stuff. If you guys are interested in seeing that video of me unboxing kind of like a haul that I got from them, I got all kinds of stuff. Just leave a comment below and I will upload that. But yeah, this is a color called dark pink from them, and they also have the colors in a duo pack that you can get with the regular polish and the gel polish as well. So on this middle finger, what I'm doing is doing the marble effect with the 2 colors of acrylic, and it's really, really simple. You just want to put one color on top of the other color and just kind of swirl your brush around. It kind of moves for you, so you don't really have to do too much. Like looking at this fingernail, you probably would have thought it was more of a difficult process, but as you can see, it's really, really simple. The only thing that the only thing I can suggest that you don't do is like swipe it down. You just kind of want to pat it so the pattern that you're doing stays in place. And I also went over, like I said, all the nails with a clear acrylic, so you don't have to make it thick at all. Right here, I'm adding, it's not an acrylic, it's just straight glitter. This is from Young Nails, and this is called Pinky. Really, you can use any glitter, any fine glitter. It doesn't even really have to be from a nail company. You can go to Walmart in the craft section and find any type of glitter if you want to do this effect or anything over acrylic. Right here, this nail, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I was just kind of freestyling it, and I just did kind of a half and half pattern with some glitter in between. If you're not going to put any design on top, I would suggest using like one of those blades for nails to just kind of cut it to make it more of a straight line. But in this case, I was going over it with a white gel polish, so I really wasn't focusing on getting the line too straight because you weren't going to see it anyways. After I applied the acrylic, you'll see me go in with the white gel paint, and that is some stuff I got off Amazon. And I do want to try these other gel paints. I see all these companies coming out with the gel paints. I have, in the past just done my designs with gel polish, and I do find that the gel paints are a little thicker, so you really don't have to go over them more than once. Okay, as you guys can probably see on that ring finger, I didn't put the right size tip because the tips I have, they only came in like a set of 10 because it was just like a little sample pack of these long tips. So yeah, excuse that little piece right there because you can see it doesn't match up, but you'll see once I go to file it, you know, I straightened it all the way out. But you definitely want to make sure when you're on a real client that you match the tip up to a T with their natural nail and that it's not too small, like this one, for example, because then you would be filing away at their natural nail, which would cause damage to their nail. So just make sure you keep that in mind when you're putting it on a real client to just make sure you have the right size tip. So in this case, and a lot of the times when I have my real customers, if they're getting short type of nails, you really don't have to do this. But if it is longer nails, you kind of want to go in like I am with a drill on the side, just so it saves you some time, and shape it like that. Because if you do it just with the hand file, you know, you will be working harder. So if you see any type of places that the nails need to be straightened up or, you know, thinned out a little bit on the sides, I always suggest just going in with the drill first and doing that. And after I did that, I did go in with the hand file the sides, and then go around the cuticles and just make the whole nail smooth. After that, I went in with a buffer and buffed each nail. So this is what I was talking about if you are going in over the nail with a design. As you can see, you won't even be able to see that the acrylics aren't, you know, perfectly straight underneath there because you're covering it up. And what I did with this was just a freehand little design. And what I did after I got the gel polish on, or the gel paint on there, is I went in with my light and I cured it for 30 seconds. I did not wipe it off. I left it tacky, and then I went in with another glitter and sprinkled that across the top, and that will give the sugaring effect. And you can do this with any type of design that you want to stand out and you want to have it glittery. You just do not cure the gel paint, leave it tacky, and then sprinkle it across there, wipe it off, and then you'll have your design all sparkly. So what I'm doing with this nail is using some blooming gel, and I did get this from Igel Beauty. This was the first time I've ever used a product like this, so if you guys probably won't be able to tell, but I started off using blue and I kind of realized I didn't get the gel thick enough for it to do the effect that it was going to do. So if you guys are using a blooming gel for the first time, don't do what I did and put it on too thin. And what this does is give it the effect that you're about to see. I've seen a lot of nails with rose designs with this, but you literally can go and do any kind of design, and what it does is kind of just expand the paint. I was going to try to do a rose design, but then I realized it wasn't coming out like that, so I just kind of freehanded it, and however it turned out, it just turned out. But I think it still looks cute. So the gel holder that I'm using, or gel bling, is from Zule's. I think her website is like bigcartel.com, but you can find it if you just Google that. It should pop up. And yeah, these crystals are from Profiles Backstage. I got these in one of their monthly subscriptions, and they're okay. They're not as shiny, but that's why I'm using it on this practice hand. If I was using it on a real customer, I probably wouldn't choose these ones because, as you can see, they're not as shiny as I would like them to be, but they're good to practice with. But for that case and that price, I would just suggest, if you're just practicing, find some on Amazon because they will be cheaper. So this is the finished look. If you guys like this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I will subscribe back. Thank you.